Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice, and when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Offense set on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And the Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up third down.
Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Perfect timing to call that pass plays. Third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They keep attacking through the air. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got his man. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to throw, it's Dahl. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
He finds his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. 1st half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. The official says no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They're working that left side. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Quick spin on the run. Hey, it's a live ball. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Going to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. The give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looks as if he's going to run it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. On the run, still looking. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Oh, look out. He's at the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Barrels ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Dropping back, it's Dahl. Quarterback adapting. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to scramble. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Offense in an empty set. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Dahl. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got his man.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Getting some heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
14. Auburn, 0.
The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
He now has 61 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. Keeps it on the bootleg. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line.
To the end zone, and is picked off. Bringing it back. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The option look. He'll toss it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On third down, going up top. Snags it over the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. This offense has a second down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get to him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off. Unleashes one deep. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Dahl. Steps away to find some room. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
And these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking to throw, it's Dahl. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10 here. It's reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one high and deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 28, Auburn 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The run from the shotgun. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Power football with the run. At midfield, he's got room. Quick step and go. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter.
Looking to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. Got a lot of running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 10 over West Virginia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
I do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Still looking, on the move. Makes a grab enough for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
He's piled up 87 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They move the tight end all over. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They'll throw it on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Turns it on in midfield. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Dahl. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations.
He's going to fire deep. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage. But just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free, you just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Timeout is called by the defense and 12 seconds remain in the football game. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Feeling some heat. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
They obviously don't get that 4th down conversion there, but I think a big part of the decision-making to go for it there in the second half, up by 3 possessions, is because this head coach knows his defense is playing lights out. They've been playing great all game long.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Dropping back, it's Dahl. Pressure coming. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together